Hello adrenaline junkies, welcome to the biggest train collisions and shocking mistakes caught on camera, where one wrong move meets unstoppable momentum. Operator fail. A train is only safe as the person controlling it, and sometimes the operator becomes the biggest threat. This is probably one of the worst ways to be in an accident. Imagine your driver falling asleep at the wheel. So sad. This is what happens when a driver decides to go against the traffic light. The garbage truck stood no chance, of course. Don't be scared. It was just a crashed plane, and I highly doubt people were in there.
Hey! You okay, man? Get up. You good?
Train colliding with a truck. Trucks are built to haul. Not to halt trains, but somehow they keep ending up on the tracks. These collisions are loud, brutal, and often completely avoidable. When rubber meets rail, it's never a fair fight. All I'm asking myself is how and why. Why would a driver park so comfortably on a rail? And how was he not aware of the train coming? I am genuinely worried as to how these people drive around rails without checking the road properly. This is a case of a hasty turn turned into a disaster. I am sure you're wondering why people are literally driving on the railway, knowing full well a train doesn't have the luxury of halting. Luckily, the guy in the other car got lucky. When a truck this size meets a train, one definitely has to be humbled, and it won't be the train. Why would anyone think to park on the rail? It's almost as if people underestimate the speed of a train.
Миша, блядь!
I mean, it is not surprising that the truck was crushed. That's what's expected for anything that's on a rail.
Oh my God.
Another truck bites the dust after parking or being stuck on the rail.
Oh my God!
I'm not sure what happened there. The driver of the truck actually wanted to give saving his truck a try, but it clearly didn't work. I'm not sure why the truck is that close to the railway, but it is very smart of him to leave the truck and run for his dear life. Well, this driver's insurance officer will definitely be pissed, because why didn't he just wait for the truck? I mean, he had multiple indications to stop. I feel bad for this truck because it's a disabled truck, but the train doesn't have regard for any form of obstruction. This is one crazy collision. The train derails after crashing into a trailer on the tracks. It's bad that the driver can see it coming, but there's nothing that can be done at that moment. collision that ends with a fire outbreak is almost always deadly. Now, the one positive about this crash is that the truck was stuck and empty, and there were no casualties. This is a case of multiple collisions happening at the same time. The train hits the truck and gets derailed, only for another train to also hit the truck again. I am not sure how this happened, but I think it's almost a mix of people not respecting the railway crossing and being nonchalant. Now, it's crazy how the whole spreader of this truck got sent into oblivion, but the good part is that no lives were lost. This is sad because this is a situation where the firefighters would actually be needed but won't be able to meet up.
Oh! Holy shit! Holy fuck!
I'm not sure if there's something on the rails that allows these cars or trucks to just get stuck on them. Cars getting stuck on the rails is a frequent occurrence. If you thought you'd been seeing crazy collisions, just look at how this train collided with this car hauler stuck on its track.
Oh my god! Wow! Oh my god!
Yet another collision with a truck. The only difference is that this one was stuck and there was no saving the truck. Now that is just a crazy impact. There's no way any type of vehicle is escaping that level of crash. Okay, this was smart on the driver. He detached the truck from the trailer and saved it at the end of the day.
Oh my gosh.
And this was a crazy escape. I'm not sure what happened, but it's just crazy that the car survived. And if you've survived watching these clips, hit the subscribe button and leave a comment. Train versus train. 2 trains, 1 track, and 0 room for error. These aren't just crashes, they're catastrophic breakdowns in communication, signaling, or plain old common sense. I'm not sure why the train was just parked there. I think it must have been an error in communication with the rail authorities. It is so unfortunate that this happened because it looks so avoidable. It takes literally 1 second to check left and right. I'm not sure what must have happened, but it's just crazy when 2 heavy vehicles collide. I mean, it's disastrous.
Crazy, man. It just happened.
From what I can see, there is no way the bus would have been saved, and it was very wrong to park in a place like that. Train derailment. A derailment is every railway operator's nightmare. Another derailment video that we have absolutely no idea of how it happened, but it is cool that the driver kept his distance. Train crashing into cars. It's a simple rule. Don't stop on the tracks. But somehow cars keep finding their way into a train's path. These crashes are fast, violent, and almost always preventable. It feels like the driver was in panic mode. If not, he could have moved the car a bit faster. I mean, it is good he thought of his survival first. I don't think there's any vehicle honk that is louder than the honk of a train. So I'm wondering how the driver missed that. It looks like he was supposed to stop, but he didn't. I'm not sure if he wasn't aware of the train coming in.
Whoa! Whoa!
Wi-Fi is connected.
Miami County Police and Fire, what's the address of your emergency?
Oh, the driver was in serious luck that day because he actually survived this. Sources confirmed that the driver had ice on his car, which is why he was not able to see what was happening. There is no logical explanation for this. I'm of the opinion that if the driver was looking at the front, he couldn't have missed the train. Again, I honestly don't know how people move to the rail without checking it properly. I mean, it's so risky.
That's gotta hurt.
I am happy that the bike rider decided to leave the bike and secure his life, because he and the bike would have disappeared in a whim. This is a lesson that if at any point you have chosen between your car, bike, or your life, you need to choose you in a split second. Nothing surprising here. If you stay on the rail, you'd get cleared as soon as possible. So sad to watch. I'm not sure why one would park a forklift close to the railway, because the insurance officer of the boss won't be happy about this. Man, just in a split second the car is gone. Hopefully there was no one in it. Another episode on why you shouldn't drive close to a railway. Really hoping the driver survived that. In situations like this, I think the best bet is just to leave the car and run, because it is so risky, hoping that the train will not get to you. I'm not sure how the train was able to stop the impact, but what a lucky man that driver is. It's as clear as day that the traffic light obviously was red. The driver ran the light, and for what purpose? Another example of people not being aware of their environment while driving. It was so obvious that the train was literally on the move. I'm wondering how and why that turn was made. An accident at an accident scene. So brutal to watch. Hopefully there was no one in the car when the accident happened. Why would a car be parked on the rail? I'm just relieved that no one was in the car when the crash happened. The driver doesn't look like he was at fault because the barriers didn't come down fast, but still, he should have stayed behind a little bit. I am not sure what the driver was thinking when he stopped on the rail, but it was definitely not the time for that. Of all the craziest things that a train can collide into, an animal just like this cow is probably the most brutal. If that wasn't intense enough, wait till you see what happens when ships get involved. Click any of the videos on your screen and keep the chaos going. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, because Beyond the Blade is where you come when reality hits harder than fiction.